Grand Rising Brave Awakened Ones, QV here. It is the 15th of October 2021, morning time on the East Coast, and just let you know, FYI, I'm still not in my new home. I'm still away dealing with my family situation, helping them through this threshing floor. So again, please excuse me if I mute the mic real quick or something, or if you hear something crazy in the background. That's my mom with dementia, who I'm trying to, find the correct help for, and yada, 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 all that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's see if I could do this without interruptions. This is a really important video that I was guided to make for the collective out here, whoever this resonates with. And again, if it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. It is for those with the ears to hear. Okay. And there's information I'm going to put in this video that, might be quote unquote controversial. I couldn't give two shits. Whatever. So again, if it resonates with you, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It could later. After your ass hits the threshing floor, and maybe the tribulation, if you make it that far. Any which ways. So, okay, here's the information. Okay, now this information came through to me at 6 a.m. on the dot. I'm on the East Coast of America. Came through at 6 a.m. on the dot. And which is when I've been getting a lot of these breakthrough videos that I've been putting out there. They're coming at 6 a.m. And I was told that the reason why is because that is the veil is the thinnest. It's dawn. Dawn is coming upon my area, and that's when it's the easiest for the divine to come through and talk to me and give me this info. Why these videos? It's because I've mentioned in the past recently that when I was throwing away my things after the flood in my apartment, I threw away my favorite sweater dress. My older sister showed up, so you have her to thank for all of this. And she said, please don't discard us. So I thought she was just talking for herself and her son and my family, but no, she was talking for you guys also, which is why I'm doing this on top of everything else I'm doing and all the other people I'm helping here. Okay. But that time is coming to a close, where once I leave here, I'm going to be going to find my new home, and I really need to focus on me. So whether or not I get more messages for the collective, I don't know. We'll see. But this is extremely important, like I said. And it is about breaking through the 3D ego and evolving fully into your higher self, which is the higher self is the new soul. And this is why I have this here. Seed germination. Think of the seed as your soul. Okay. Soul germination. Okay. Because this is how the divine showed it to me. All right. You start off with the seed, right? There's something inside waiting to grow. Once it receives what it needs to, the food, the energy, the nourishment it needs to germinate and grow. Okay. This is the exact process the souls have been going through. We all have different type of seeds. So different type of souls. Okay. But they all need to be germinated. So think of this hard covering, this hard, tough exterior as your ego. This hard, tough exterior, your ego, is what has been getting you through this 3D earth. It protects the seed, right? This hard coating, it protects what's inside. And it's really needed because of the harsher environment, right? So as the seed receives the nourishment that it needs, and the nourishment that is needed to germinate your soul seed from 3D to its higher form is prana. Okay. So the prana is coming in, and then you have little sparks. You're awakening, breakthrough to ascension. When you start your ascension, sometimes you will see some seeds break through, and this hard seed coat is still on the seed, right? Even though it broke through the ground, it's still there, especially if you like do your little pea plants, which we all have done as children. It's still there. Even though it broke through the darkness, it completely awakened and it broke through the darkness, it still has this on it sometimes, right? And it has to drop that. Think of that seed coat as your 3D soul. And the more prana that comes in, the more nourishment it's breaking through. This is the second coating, right? It's a thinner, lighter protective coating. And this is the full ascension, the full ascended soul. I love this. I love this analogy. Nice and simple. Okay. You could explain, it's very rudimentary. So even you could print out this picture if you want to like keep this in mind and be like, okay, I'm at this stage. I'm at that stage. I didn't drop that hard shell yet. Some are, again, that's why I said you could be ascending. You broke through the awakening to your ascension point, but you still have that little hard coat on, that little ego coat on, right? Well, this energy, which is triggered by this full moon in Aries that's coming up on the 20th, the energy already started because we reached a quarter moon. So that energy is already coming in. That's when the energy switches over. So it's switched over from the Libra new moon to the Aries full moon energy. And with this full moon energy, you have the sun, right, in opposition to the moon, which is what makes it a full moon. But in conjunct with that sun is Mars. Mars is playing an extremely important part in this, in the prana, in the energy that's coming in to help you break through that seed, break the seed coat and completely knock it off. And then you have the second lighter coat that's still protective, but it's not that dense 3D, correct? And it takes more prana, more finer energy to break through into your highest soul form. All right. So again, that full moon in Aries energy, which has already started coming in with that quarter moon, but is at full strength on the 20th of this month. It goes from the full moon. This energy is going from the full moon, this soul germination energy to help you break through, is going from the full moon in Aries, 10/20/21, to the new moon in Aries, which is April 1st, 2022. So that's how long these energies are going to last to help you receive the nourishment, the prana that you need to break through. How do you receive this prana? You receive this prana through breathing it in. Yes, it can come through your skin also, but I was shown the breath is so important, very important. And real quick for you newbies, what is prana? Prana is a Sanskrit word for cosmic energy. That is the essence of our existence. It is the vitality within us. Okay? Prana energy is known as your chi energy, your life force energy. Okay? And breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Ralph Smart. A good person to go to for rudimentary stuff, you know, if you're a newbie. I know this is more advanced. Okay? But you could always go back on my videos. Wojcicki put back a lot of my videos since I'm part of 45's big suit. I'm a major player in the suit. So they did restore a lot of my videos after they had wiped out 2 years of my work, but they put back a lot of them. Some of them they didn't put back. But what are the dark ones doing right now to stop us from receiving as much prana as possible? Because remember, prana, the majority of the prana comes through the breath. It comes through the breath. And then we exhale the waste product from the seed coat, the 3D that we need to shed. That's the waste product. What are they doing? They're putting this over our faces. Well, for those who are unfortunately hoodwinked in fear, who are buying into this, that's why they're like, oh, double, triple cloth or paper over your face. Quadruple it. I've seen people with 4, and they're not doing it as a joke either. Okay? And what I was told, these people, here's another, again, it's outside. Where's the energy coming from? Where's the prana coming from? This energy that's coming through. It's been coming through with the awakening, but right now it's very concentrated to help the breakthrough. Okay? With this Aries energy, again, the Aries is the first sign, is the I am. Okay? What is it? This energy, and I'm going to show you what it's comprised of also. They're telling people stay home. They have the stay home mandates. That's what it was all about. That's what it's still all about. Just as well as putting the cloth and the paper over your face. It's about stopping the breath, stopping you from taking in the prana. That's why they say, oh, stay home, save lives. No, you're saving the lives of the dark ones. That's whose life you're saving, not your own. Okay? And when's the best time to get it? When it's a beautiful sunny day, when you're around nature, around the trees, exercising. Exercising increases your breath, doesn't it? That's why exercising outside is important. Walking, even if it's just walking. Children playing outside, increasing the breath, increasing the amount of prana you're taking in. Now, as you see these people on a park, this one's even exercising with that prana stopper on their faces. These two, right here in the back, as you can see, they're awakened and ascending. These people right here, what the divine referred to me as, they call them the marked ones. Marked, M-A-R-K-E-D. They're marked. This is why they're pushing this craziness, even in a car alone. She's even doubled up. She's marked. Marked for what? Marked for extinction. Flat out. Now, there are plenty of people out there who have to wear them at work. Working in surgery, I always have one on, okay? But I take it off as much as possible. And when I'm not around, of course, in the surgical suite or with patients and stuff, and I'm in, the office in the back or the control room, whatever, I don't have one on. I do not have one on. Never did, never will, okay? But you're not breathing in as much prana. It's like, it's a very small amount when you're inside a building, okay? Yeah, you're keeping in more waste product. It is affecting you. You are keeping in more waste product. And that waste product is keeping this intact. It's keeping the 3D hard coat, seed coat intact. But the minute you get outside, that's why I don't care if it's raining, I will find a nice coconut tree to sit under in the freaking rain, and people laugh at me. I don't care. I will hold an umbrella so I can go out and breathe in the prana. So these people are marked. And when you see children, and yes, children, they can fight. They could fight to take it off. And you see them all the time. They don't have to be complacent in it. They too are marked. And part of the responsibility, of course, falls on their caretaker when it comes to children. Okay, there's some children, and I've seen it, and it's heart-wrenching, who are walking around doubled up on their face, and their parents don't even have one on. And I remember sitting there at a fish market and just perplexed, looking at the dad. They came off of a boat because this fish market was so cool. It was on a dock and everything. So they came off of a boat. I saw the people getting off, and it was a family, and the dad did not have a mask on, and like a 9-10-year-old boy, he had one on, and he had on gloves too. And I just looked at the dad like, WTF? And we made eye contact, so he immediately tried to take it off the boy, and the boy was not having it. He was like moved the dad's hand. The kid was not playing, and the dad shrugged his shoulders. I was like, dang, that poor boy. The boy's marked. Okay, so that's what this is all about. That's why they're pushing so hard in Australia. Keep you inside. Even inside, they even want your face covered up inside, even for the little bit you might get inside. God forbid you have a window open. And that's what the whole distancing, nothing social about distancing, nothing social about it. Of course they always play on the words. Look at this, the new normal. They want, look at this. They use children, the science, and they're wearing the mask. They're trying to pass the BS. Look at this. They're even showing families distanced with their 6 feet. Why 6 feet? The number 6. Go back. I made a video a couple of days ago. Hold on, please. Sorry about that. So, yeah. They're even showing families. They're showing all happy and new, right? They're pushing their propaganda. So, what makes up these energies? What is making up these energies right now? The Queen Mother, Mary Queen Mother, she's a huge part of it. She's the one who's like organizing the other energies all together. Okay, I made a video yesterday about her. Go listen to it. All right, I don't want to repeat it here. This is her highest form, I should say. She told me this is her highest form. And I know I forgot to mention in the video yesterday, but then I put it in the comments. Not only do you bring your children to her and your loved ones who are stuck and need a breakthrough, or like had their awakening but they need their ascension, or who are on the threshing floor, you bring them to her and she wraps her blue cloak around them. And what she showed me, what the blue cloak is doing. Also, if you're pregnant, go to her. Allow her to wrap you in her blue cloak, because what she's doing is she is literally, what she showed me, she is suffocating out the ego. She's suffocating out. Some people have lower vibrating, denser egos than others. Some egos are almost a complete void of light. Okay, and so she's suffocating out that and blasting that soul with light. And when it comes to the pregnant women who are there being protected, I have 2 that I put in there, a friend's kid and my niece, my young niece. She is protecting the baby and not allowing that dark energy to get in there and filling you up with light. Okay, that's what she's doing for the pregnant ones. But she's like suffocating that out to allow the germination to happen, to allow the prana to feed your soul, the soul seed. Okay, and when it comes to that full moon energy, Mars is playing a huge part. It's in conjunct with the sun, and the energies of the sun, it's very masculine energy, the chi energy. It's masculine energy. It's Mars and the sun coming together to make this concentrated prana to help break through. And the ones that Queen Mother have by her side, helping her along here, doing all this, Athena, the goddess Athena, she is the goddess of wisdom, courage, inspiration, civilization, law, justice, strategic warfare, mathematics, strength, strategy, the arts, crafts, and skills. And oh God, every time I talk about her, my whole body's, the feminine counterpart, Aries. I mean, that is her counterpart. She is the feminine version of Aries. And she's here right now working along with Mary and Osiris. Those are the 2 who came to me today. It was Osiris and Athena. Now, Athena, the divine archetype, tarot archetype that represents her, that she is emanating right now, is the strength. is strength. This is not just tarot about divination. I keep saying that a million times. This is actually Athena. She represents this strength, this inner strength. Aries is the outer strength. Athena is the inner strength. Okay? And the lion, the way she came to me is like she was here, and the lion, she was white, wearing the white robe and everything, but the lion was golden. Okay? And through the conquering, the coming together and the balancing of the inner and the outer, you break out as the emperor archetype. You see the lions here, and the lion is tame, and he just chilling. And I have this deck, actually. This is the only other tarot deck that I have that resonates with me, because there are so many versions of the tarot, but this is the one I was told that resonates with me. So he's sitting there because he's mastered that inner and outer, and he's just chilling. And that'll be you, just chilling. Like, you know, I'm not the one going through all of this. I'm not on the threshing floor. I just said yes to my sister's oversoul request to not discard my loved ones who are on the threshing floor. And that includes you guys in Team V and anyone else who this resonates with. Of course, you're more than welcome to the info. So that's Athena's deal as strength. Now, Osiris, who is known as the Egyptian god of the dead, the underworld, and the afterlife, he's here to coax the ego away. That's what he showed me. He's like, I'm here just to coax it out so he could take it to the afterlife, to the ego death. He's here to coax it out. He's usually green, and this is what he looked like. He was with the white and the green. His skin looked more bluish green to me when he was with me, more bluish green. He's also Isis's brother slash husband, and Horus's dad. So yeah, so those are the energies that are coming all together to bring this about. Okay, and this might seem quote unquote controversial, but after I was dealing with all of them, then this amazing, and oh God, it's active. Just looking at her activates the heck out of me. I actually came upon, this is Preacher Paula White. She is the pastor for 45, Big T also. She came through, like, after I spoke. Osiris was the last one I spoke with before she came in, and she was just like, I recognize her energy signature because she was one of the first ones that came through to me as I was going through my accelerated ascension awakening back in 2012. And I know she's a quote unquote Christian preacher. That is the role she's playing here to help some souls along. But she's a very dynamic soul. She's a very dynamic light worker, very high up there. Master, forerunner. And she's been through it. She's a warrior just like me. Our souls like on the same wavelength, which is why she resonates so much with me. And yes, she quotes the Bible like a Christian preacher and everything like that, but you have to have the ears to hear to get past that. And I was guided to go watch her last video, and that's what I was told. And so I had it playing, and boy, the activation I received. She was this bright, amazing, golden yellow being. As she spoke, these numbers came through. Number 270, and as she was talking, 270 went into 271. And I was told these are the numbers for myself as the master, bringing it down, anchoring it. And these are the numbers I will give out, the activation codes that came from Paula White, Preacher Paula White. And you will, for each person that listens to it, if you have the ears to hear, you will receive your own personal activation codes that you need personally to break you through this stage, whatever stage you're in, to help you. Okay? Might take a little, might take a lot. But I have to say, some seeds, they start to germinate and they die at a certain stage. Like, you'll see that, right? Some seeds die, they don't go to full germination. They'll die at a certain stage because the conditions are not right for them, too harsh for them. They can't absorb the right nutrients, so end up dying at a certain stage and don't fully grow into the full plant they're supposed to be, which is what the tribulation and the threshing floor are all about. Okay? Just an FYI side note. So the bit of homework I'm going to give you is to go listen to this video. Go listen to this video. I know it's almost 2 hours long, but it's about the activation. It is part of the activation. Now, 270, I'll read you 270 because it is the beginning of the activation. And again, this is not about angel numbers. These are activation codes from the divine. It's just divine intelligence, which is who and what is behind this sacred scribe, quote unquote, angel numbers blog. It's just it's activation codes. Okay. So I always substitute angel for the divine. Divine number 270 can indicate that new information or news of a positive nature is on its way to you. So listen to your intuition and be open to the messages coming from many sources. Hence the information I gave you right now and Preacher Paula White's information. If you have the ears to hear, you will glean what you need to from it. Everyone's different. Divine number 270 can also tell of further learning of all kinds. This can relate to a new line of study or research that may be of long-term benefit to you. Look to topics that pique your personal interest, and you will find that the right course, line of study, information, source, and or opportunities will present for you. Trust that you have all that you need within to find fulfillment, enlightenment that will benefit yourself as well as others. Divine number 270 brings a message of faith, trust, and self-belief. Step forward on your life path with confidence and grace to maintain a positive attitude and perspective. Trust that you will manifest positive results, rewards, and blessings into your life. Keep your positive attitude and outlook and expect miracles to happen in your life. We are in a time of miracles. Look to ways to bring more of your true self to the fore. Give thanks for all the blessings in your life and expect more to come. Okay, and number 9, remember the 369, the 270 adds up to 9. Now from the 270 you go into the 271. Divine number 271 brings a message from the divine that your positive affirmations and optimistic attitude have assisted you along your path by manifesting all that you have needed. Continue with your prayers and visualizations and listen to your inner wisdom, intuition, and divine guidance, and take positive actions towards the directions of your dreams. Divine number 271 signifies that new opportunities to expand your spirituality are right in front of you. Divine number 271 is a message that your faith, trust, and positive attitude and optimism are leading you towards your desired goals and aspirations. Your thoughts, beliefs, and actions create your experience and reality. So ensure that you keep your thoughts on how you want things to be rather than on what you don't want, as things are currently manifesting around you at a rapid rate. Divine number 271 also encourages you to seek peace and tranquility in your life through quiet contemplation and inner reflection. You will be able to weather all storms that may come your way. Storms, aka threshing floor, and tribulations. Again, not everyone's going to get the same threshing. Okay, somebody needs some threshing. Some people don't need threshing. Some people need a little bit of threshing. Some need a lot. Some people need to end up going to the tribulation, and it's up to them if they make it or not, whether the seed dies or continues to grow. You can bring more light and happiness to the world by being joyful. Your positive energies will radiate love outwards. As you send out, so you shall receive, which is why they love this garbage. The stay indoors and the quote unquote distancing the 6 feet. It's about not sharing that energy. That's what this is all about. That's what this garbage is all about. Okay? So I hope this made some sense to you guys. Let me make sure. Blah, blah, blah. Did I have everything? Yes, I said everything. So go out there, take some deep breaths in. Make sure your children are breathing it in. It doesn't matter whether it's sunny or cloudy outside. The prana, the energy is still coming through. All right? And I hope you receive your breakthroughs. Namaste. Much love. Bye.